The 2026 Toyota 1600 GT is not merely a revival of a classic, it's a resurrection ritual performed by automotive shamans under a full moon, powered by octane, nostalgia, and sheer spiritual horsepower, aimed at bringing back the golden age of Japanese motoring with the grace of a katana and the subtlety of a firecracker in a temple. Designed in secret by a group of retired 1960s engineers who swore an oath of silence and lived for 5 years inside the Fuji Speedway, the new 1600 GT fuses mid-century design cues with absurd levels of modern wizardry, resulting in a coupe so emotionally charged that it's been declared too beautiful to parallel park in 3 countries. Under the hand-sculpted aluminum hood, which opens sideways like a vintage jewelry box because why not, lies a reimagined 1.6-liter inline-4 engine dubbed the Spirit Core VVTi Ultralight, which not only revs to 12,000 RPM but also emits a high-frequency hum that's said to realign your chakras and boost your dating life by 12%. The engine runs on a unique hybrid fuel blend of race gas, espresso, and the fading echo of a 70s rock solo, and is mated to a 7-speed manual transmission that refuses to shift unless the driver is emotionally ready, confirmed by biometric sensors in the shift knob that measure hesitation and the presence of emotional baggage. On the outside, the 2026 1600 GT looks like something straight out of a dream where James Bond is also a street racer, compact, perfectly proportioned, and styled with an aggressively nostalgic elegance that could make even the coldest ex cry softly in the rain. Chrome trim returns in full rebellious glory, but now it's adaptive, adjusting its shine to reflect your self-confidence levels. Pop-up headlights make a defiant return, but now they wink before engaging, paired with DRL shaped like kanji symbols that spell, respect your elders. The wheels, they're 15-inch forged magnesium wrapped in retro-style tires that squeal in cursive, mounted on a chassis so light it's been known to levitate slightly when the ignition is turned on. Aerodynamics, technically optional, the car doesn't cut through air, it seduces it. At high speed, a small robotic flag pops out of the fender with a waving cherry blossom to honor passing the speed of memory. And yes, it still has a key, not a fob, not a card, but a physical titanium key modeled after the original 1967 ignition, hand-delivered by a tiny origami robot when you purchase the car from the official GT Temple, a minimalist dealership only accessible by Riddle. Inside, you're greeted by an analog dashboard handcrafted from reclaimed temple wood and polished by the breath of retired sumo wrestlers, featuring glowing dials that respond not to electronics, but to your aura. The steering wheel, a 3-spoke masterpiece wrapped in aged Napa leather and embroidered with secret racing mantras, rotates with such precision that even thinking about turning left causes it to shift slightly in anticipation. The seats are sculpted buckets made of memory foam derived from rice husks and the memories of your father's old Datsun, while the infotainment system consists of a single radio knob that only tunes to stations playing jazz, city pop, or motivational speeches by old Top Gear hosts. There's no screen, just a center console-mounted typewriter that prints out your current location and life purpose every 100 kilometers. Climate control, open the damn windows, the only air conditioning is the wind of your decisions. And for safety, Toyota included something called Guardian Grandpa Mode, which triggers a holographic projection of a wise old mechanic who appears in the passenger seat and occasionally mutters advice like, "That's not how we did it in '66, or, "Double clutch it, ya coward." On the road, the 1600 GT drives like a caffeinated dragonfly, light, sharp, and absolutely uninterested in modern driving conventions. There's no traction control, no lane assist, no apologies. This car demands skill, commitment, and at least a basic understanding of heel-toe downshifting. In fact, if you don't blip the throttle properly, the car will playfully cut the audio and replace it with the sound of disappointed clapping. But when you get it right, when you nail the line through a tight mountain switchback as the sun sets and the exhaust crackles like applause from the gods of speed, the 2026 1600 GT doesn't just drive. It sings, it remembers, it honors. With only 1600 units to be made, each numbered, blessed, and sent off with a handwritten letter from the Toyota Heritage Team, the 2026 1600 GT is not a car you buy, it's a legend you inherit, a story you write one sideways corner at a time, and a promise that even in the era of electric whispers and autonomous whispers, a 4-cylinder scream from the past still has something left to say.